And now, from the combined newsrooms of KARK4 and Fox 16, breaking news coverage.
And good morning to you. I'm Mitch McCoy. It is 11:14 here in Little Rock. We have breaking news out of Northeast Arkansas, devastating news out of the Harrisburg community. We are able to confirm at this hour from the Harrisburg School District that a teacher has passed away. An elementary school teacher has passed away. The local television station up in Northeast Arkansas, KAIT Region 8, reporting that this is due to complications of COVID-19. I want to get to what we know right now about this statement and what we're learning from the school district and the local TV station in Northeast Arkansas at this hour. I'm going to read parts of it to you. We know that the elementary school teacher, Susanne Michael, has died. It's our understanding that she died early this morning around 3:30 due to those complications of COVID-19. She was with the Harrisburg School District. She started teaching there back in 2012, and she had previously taught at another elementary school prior to that. Let's start back at the very beginning with all of this. And what we know is that on September 23rd, the teacher, Susanne Michael, she went to a hospital for COVID-19. She was placed on a ventilator, and that was on September 23rd. On September 27th, so we're talking several days after that, apparently a turn for the worse. And then today, on October 2nd, her husband posted on Facebook, "My sweet Susanne went home to be with the Lord tonight at about 11:30. I got to go hold her hand until her sweetheart stopped." That is a post that he shared with the Harrisburg community early this morning on Facebook. This teacher passed away on Friday, October 1st, around 11:30 at night. This is something that what you're looking at right now is on the right-hand side of your screen is a statement that the Harrisburg School District put out earlier today, just a few moments ago. And what we will do is we will bring that up for you so you can read it. This is the statement, and I'll read it just in parts for you. We see here, looks like we're having, just move that up just a hair. The school district says, "With a heavy heart, we are saddened to announce the loss of one of our own, Mrs. Susanne Michael. Mrs. Michael was an outstanding teacher who cared very deeply about the success and well-being of each and every one of her students. Above all, we express sympathy to her husband Keith and their 5 children. We will all miss Mrs. Michael very much, and our school community will spend many difficult moments grieving her loss." Mrs. Michael was a graduate of Williams Baptist University. The statement then goes on to talk a little bit about her work experience. The statement ends by saying, "We will share arrangement details as soon as they become available." The school district asking for prayers for her family during this most difficult of time. Watching some Facebook comments here come in, this obviously is the second education professional to die in Arkansas this week from COVID-19. You might recall the Atkins superintendent passed away from the River Valley due to complications of COVID-19 as well. We saw the governor immediately, within an hour or two, express sympathy to the River Valley community after that was released. At this point, we have not been told the governor is going to be holding any kind of COVID-19 update today. You might recall a while back, the governor went from daily coronavirus briefings to weekly ones. So I can only imagine Once the governor holds a coronavirus briefing, he will discuss this devastating news out of the Harrisburg community. And if you're just joining us here on our live stream on Facebook, on KRK.com and Fox16.com, we are following breaking news at this hour. We have just been notified from the Harrisburg School District that elementary school teacher Mrs. Susanne Michael has died from complications of COVID-19. This is according to our content partner KAIT up in Northeast Arkansas. Again, going through some of the details of what we know at this hour. We know that Mrs. Michael was checked into the hospital on September 23rd. This was when she was placed on a ventilator. By Tuesday, September 27th, so we're talking several days later, she had taken a turn for the worse. At this point, her husband said that she had completed all the COVID-19 medications and antibiotics intended to treat pneumonia. At some point, she had developed pneumonia, and at that point, on October 1st, so a couple days later, Mrs. Susanne Michael passed away. Her husband announcing it on Facebook early this morning. That is what we know out of Harrisburg this morning. A lot to grasp out of that community. That community now sharing heavy hearts with the River Valley community. We all know, as you might recall, the Atkins superintendent passed away earlier this week from COVID-19 as well. So this now makes the second education professional death this week in Arkansas. So that is what we know. If we will have continuing coverage right now on our websites, KARK.com, Fox16.com, and on, of course, all of our streaming platforms. I encourage you to download our smartphone app. We will send alerts related to this story directly to your smartphone. I encourage you to go to KRK.com, Fox16.com for updates as this story develops throughout the day. And we will have breaking news throughout the day as well right here on the device that you're watching. Take care.